welcome in to the NXT series from Texas. It's gonna be a fun one. It should be a very long race. You guys already know what Texas is in store. Hendrick will be a little late. Hopefully he joins us by race time. He does have work, so don't expect him to be early on, but he will be joining us shortly. Hopefully he'll make it by the start of the race. We'll see. He will be here though. I promise you we will get Hendrick. He will be here shortly. Alright. Alright, so stage 1 is going to be 52 laps, stage 2 is 50, and stage 3 is going to be 65. Fuel run, I don't know exactly. I think it's about 20 to 25 laps. You would have to get someone else to double check that. I did not have that the last time we ran 3X in the Premier Series at this racetrack, so my setup's a little different from that. This should be the stages though. I will send it. Don't have the where. I think that's the problem that I don't have. I don't know the where for tonight. I know it's 2X, but I don't know the actual fuel run. So I wish I could double check, but that is not currently available on my end. But Reagan boy, thank you for the point of view. Oh shit, my phone dropped on the ground. Again, we can go over the point standings real quick as we have about 2 minutes till they start up their qualifying lobby. Point standings this season, it's been really consistency based tonight, or this whole season really. Really consistent for the 34 of Banjo. He's been really consistent, has a few wins on the season, has a win on the season, currently sits plus 46 on Cobra in the 11 machine. Cobra's also had a really good season so far. I would say it's his breakout season. I think last season we saw a little bit of a glimpse of what he can do, but I mean, he's been really solid, the 11 car. We've seen him up front every single week inside the top 5, always having a shot at the win. That's something that you want to see from a playoff contender, top Final Four driver, type of driver. And then we got R4D. He has been red hot. Probably the hottest driver in this series. R4D has been on a roll as of late. Last week, though, Tata in his return was able to get it done. So R4D has been really hot. Again, he's been really good this season. Again, he's minus 72 on the regular season champion or points lead. So I don't think he'll get that, but he's gonna try to rack up as many playoff points as he can before we end this regular season. Normie sits 4th. He's also had a solid season. Also has a win on the season. Has started every single race. Has some starting parks, but he is minus 75 on the points lead. Tampex Pro also got a win about 2 weeks ago, so he is locked into the playoffs again. All these guys are locked in. Georgia Dog, though, has not. He's also won this season. So we have a lot of different winners this season that have been very shaking up the field. Then we got first of the non-winners. 7th place in points is Steel Carrot. Has had a solid season so far. The consistency level hasn't been, since Diver, hasn't been on his side. I think he's been very inconsistent, and that's why we feel like Melodramatic could jump him in that point standing and potentially have him looking on the outside, looking in at the moment. But below him, of course, is Melo, 8th in points, minus 600, 700, 171 from the points leader. Then we got Fatality and Leppy, also having solid seasons. Tata, it won in his return. So Tata was able to win in his return, so congrats to him. So we already know he has some speed. Does he back it up tonight with back-to-back wins? We'll see after Texas, after they get the qualifying and race over. Next up is Master Killer, who is your cutoff line. He is plus 5 on Do Prime, who is below him. That is going to be the matchup they're going to have to watch tonight. Master Killer versus Do. Then you got Dream, who won earlier this season at Dover, of course, the penalty, etc. He won at Dover. 15th is Lewis, and the 9 has had a solid season. Then we got Yoshi in the 24, who's been very inconsistent, but I think last week he got a top 10. He's 16th. Impact also won this season. He's locked into the playoffs 17th. Then you got Kevin Yu, Exo Austin. I feel like Kevin Yu is the one guy who Master Killer and Do Prime do not want winning. If he wins, I feel like he has the speed to win one of these weeks. He will knock out one of those guys on the cutoff line, and it will be a hard task for them to regain that gap, as it is plus 35 to the next guy, aka Leppy. So it's going to be a difficult, tall task if someone wins below the cutoff line at this moment. Exo Austin minus 53 off the cutoff line. And then Ironman, who won earlier this season as well, is minus 83 with a win, though. So it does not mean anything to him. And that is basically all you guys need to know. Envy Redneck, 21st in points. Mets fan, 22nd. Trevi, 23rd. 24th is SP Motors. Cowboy Tech, 25th. Rocky, 26th. Perk, 27th. 28th is Harris. 29th is Slurp, who's been very, very good in his limited starts, but he is not able to make the playoffs based off of his starts. Then we got Pure Splash, 30th. 31st, Big Sean. Reagan Boy, 32nd. Ghost Tech, 33rd. Polish, 34th. D-Main, 35th. Dallas, 36th. 37 Dodge, and then Midnight rounds out your full-time, technically part-time drivers in the point standings. So that is your point standings. Hopefully I get an invite very quickly. We'll see. Mr. Mets fan, thank you. We're the only people commentating at the moment, as he will... We are live, though. Alright, here we go in the qualifying lobby. 30 cars going to be qualifying tonight. We can already see in the practice, Cobra was the quickest. Cobra was the quickest in the practice session. Alright, gents, let's get this rolling. Alright. Alright, gents, settle down, get in our seats, get ready to watch some racing. Alright, so they're going to do one lap around, park on the backstretch, but yes, it is a 30-man car field for tonight's event. I expect a lot of training. That is typically what you get at Texas, and this can go one of two ways. They will either have a great race like they did last week, which I will admit, they've had great races the last few weeks. But this is kind of like Atlanta, and that's what worries me a little bit. I think they've shown the last few weeks they can do it, but Atlanta, I don't like Atlanta. Atlanta was horrible for this series, especially for the NXT series. I had a good race there personally, Premier, but this single line track racing, I want to see if they can handle it again. I think Auto Club was a massive improvement. Last week at Gateway was great. I think it was an amazing race. I think we didn't have any caution there. Amazing race at Gateway, and I can't wait to see what they do tonight. Normie back in the field tonight in the 48. Good to have him back. Lewis in the 9 needs to get some points. D-Main just trying to make his first few starts in the series. Tata in the 18, and we'll get this rocking and rolling. Here they go. Racing Dream in the 41 has been very good this season. We'll check the point standings. He's been very inconsistent. I don't think he's been good, but that win earlier on in the season has officially locked him in the playoffs. So he is guaranteed a spot in the 12-man playoffs. The main thing is the seeding. He wants to get inside the top 10 in the points so he doesn't have to play in that wild card round. We'll see if he can get some good points tonight. R4D has been one of the hottest drivers in that 36 machine. I think if he doesn't miss the races, the point standings are very closer than they are at the moment. But overall, he capitalized. He's been very solid when he's returned. I think R4D has been the hottest driver since his return. But we'll see how he runs tonight. I expect him to be inside the top 5 majority of this event, if he gets the track position. Keyword, if. Jordan Dog has also been one of those drivers who's been quiet. He's always done this. In the NXT series, he's there when it matters the most. That's what I'll say. Especially in the playoffs, he just gets to the rounds, and he usually makes the Final Four. That is something that Georgia has capitalized. He's always consistent and always there. He's always there when it matters. That is the key equation. Kevin Yu in the 7 car, he's in need of getting some extra points tonight. Double check on the point standings. He is minus 32 off of Master Killer. There's still an opportunity for him to point his way in. He's just got to have a great few races in the last 5 races of the season. Ironman the 4 locked in on a win. Really, him and Impact, we'll get to Impact later. They just need to get playoff points. They're going to be in the wild card, though. They're going to be in the wild card run no matter what, really, because of the late start. So their main objective is just to show out and try to get wins. Reagan Boy, another one of those guys who joined a little later in the season. We'll get a point check on him real quick. Yeah, I don't think he's eligible for the playoffs. I'll get a double check. Reagan Boy, yeah, no, he's not eligible for the playoffs, not enough starts. But I think he's trying to redeem himself, get a good finish tonight. And I don't know how it run, but Texas is a single lane track. It's very favorable to guys who run well at those super speedway type racetracks. Dodge Dakota in the 20. One of his first few starts in the series. I expect some decent things from him. Missed last night for backwoods, but we're going to see him tonight in the 20 machine. SP Motors making his starts at the end of this NXT season, or end of the regular season. Right now, though, he's currently on the outside looking in on the play of pitcher. It's been a rough season for him. Rookie struggles. As we heard, he's going to the Truck Series when that thing starts, so he's just trying to make starts, keep himself clean, have some fun battles, and just enjoy himself. Cobra in the 11 currently sits second in points. If anything, he's going to try to gain as many points as he can. And the only way you can gain on a guy like Banjo is to win stages and win the race. I feel like he has to win the races to even gain on Banjo, because Banjo's going to finish inside the top 10 majority of these weeks. But he's hoping Banjo has a bad week and he can gain some points on him to get that cutoff line where that points lead down a little bit under 46 at the end of this event. Carrot is another one of those guys who's been very off and on. He has speed, but when he's not on it, you could expect him to fall back a little bit. He is battling currently for that spot into the wild card, out of the wild card round. That is why we're going to keep an eye around that point situation, as he's going to be battling for the wild card spot. Try to get locked into the point situation. Next up is Leppy in the 13. He is currently 10th in the point standings. Very consistent, very solid this season. I just want to see if he can get a win, and once he gets that win, I feel like he'll be a much better contender. Hendrick, I sent you an invite. You got to close that party. Please close that party when I join you. We'll be right back. I have my party open. I already started my party. I invited you to my party. Damn. Do Prime in the 1. He's another one of those guys that Master Killer and Do. I mean, they're going to flip-flop. If Do has a good race tonight and Master Killer struggles, he's going to take over the cutoff line. But again, we're going to be watching guys underneath it to see if they potentially steal a win and take away these playoff spots, as if they do, they're in trouble, as they got to gain on Leppy, who's about 30 points ahead of them. Next up is Perk. He doesn't race that often. He's been running the last few weeks. I think he hasn't been impressive. He has been impressive when he's run. I think he's finished top 10 at least 4 times in his limited starts. He's finished inside the top 10. I think it's going to continue tonight if he has the track position like before. Cowboy Tech in the 3. He's hoping to build off of the run he had last week. He finished inside the top 10 with an impressive 6th place finish, so he's hoping to redeem himself at Texas as well. 22 of Rocky Top, making one of his starts again tonight. Rocky Top currently sits 26th in points, still eligible based off of starts, so there is a slight chance if he wins one of these last few races, especially Talladega, where he qualifies so well, he could make the playoffs. New York Mets fan, Mr. Ownerman, as we like to call him. Mr. Mets currently sits 22nd in points, right behind Redneck. Just trying to being a good admin for the series. Are you in?
Not in the session. I didn't get an invite.
Oh, I sent you one. There you go. Oh, I'm unable to invite to game. Why am I unable to invite to game? There you go. Fatality has been very solid this season. Really decent this season. Since 9th in points. I thought after last season when we saw them win, there's going to be a little controversy, but I think overall this season he's been quiet. He hasn't had the race winning pace that I thought he was going to have this season, but again, you don't need that until the playoffs. He's been into the top 10 majority of the season in points, and I think he's He just got to hang on. Is it top 8 that are officially locked in besides the wild card round, Hendrick?
I think so.
Okay, so Fatality has work to do. He's got to gain on Melodramatic.
Yeah, the top 8 make it in because, again, when the first race of the playoffs being Vegas starts, there'll be 8 open spots and only 4 of them advance, and that's how it gets to the round of 12.
Alright, so you heard it there first. So Fatality's got to pass Melodramatic if he wants to be locked in to the round of 12. So look for that battle to extend. 62 of EXO, again, another one of those guys who's around the cutoff line. I'll double check the point situation. I'm gonna let you take over for the next guy. He is currently minus 53 because he missed some races. He's not a full-time driver anymore, but I expect him to run decent tonight. Big Sean.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking up the qualifying stats from last season. I was asked to do that one really quick. Let me pull.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, pulling that up. Okay, so the pole last season was a 29.661. That was by Dark Spartan. I will say this, I don't think we're going to have enough time to cover everybody unless if you started very close.
I did start it. I'm on Big Sean. I'm at Big Sean,
I know, but
and
who
we're
did you
nearly
start
done.
with?
Master Killer.
Master Killer?
And yeah, we literally have
okay.
3 more.
Okay, alright. So, Big Sean in the 12 machine. In the 12, he is still eligible for the playoffs. He's one of the last people in the point standings that could still technically make it in. Last week for Big Sean, did not finish too well. He finished 23rd. We'll see if the 12 car can end up pulling off the upset tonight. And then Trevi in the 16 car, also one of those who does have enough starts to make it in with a win. Trevi finished 17th last week in that 16th, so we'll see if he can improve on that a little bit tonight.
Impact, another guy like Iron Man that I mentioned earlier. He is just trying to get wins to get on the leaderboard, as he is basically not able to get inside the top 8 in points, unfortunately, because he missed the first half of the season. But his goal is to just get as high as possible as he can, get those wins under his belt, and see how well he can run tonight. I expect some good things. Last night was a high for him, so I expect it to carry over tonight.
Alright, so
he wants to get it
we'll
done.
see who's on pole here. So we load back in.
Alright, on pole for tonight's event, Kevin Yu! That's a guy that Master Killer does not want to see on pole. He does not want to see Kevin Yu win.
And the rest of the starting grid, starting second, Leppy in the 13, starting P2. Another bubble driver, currently above the cut line. Normie in the 48, starting in third. Rounding out the top 5, hear this. Polish Hammer in 4th.
Ooh, nice.
R4D
95.
in 5th. Other notables in the grid tonight. Cobra in the 11,
12.
in 6th. Impact in the 8th. One Atlanta starts 14th. LA Fatality starts in the 8th spot. Steel Carrot, one of those above the cut line without a win, will start 15th. Do Prime in the 1 will start 12th. Perk in the 2 will start in the 7th spot. He is still technically eligible to make it in with a win.
He is? Okay.
Yep. Iron Man in the 4 starting in 10th, already locked in the season. Racing Dream in the 41 starting in 21st. So we'll see if he can make it up there quickly.
Yeah. Master Killer, 20th. He is fighting with Do Prime. They're only 5 points apart, so Do Prime qualifying 12th is a good sign for him. Here's your invite. Can you send me an invite real quick?
Also, Melodramatic in the 42 starting in that 9th spot. Tata Head in the 18. Last week's winner will start in the 11th spot.
He's trying to go back-to-back. Oh, yeah.
Trusting
we got a record number.
The points leader, starting 16th tonight. It'll be interesting to see how he moves through the field.
You know who's loving that?
In the 88 and 18th. Cobra's very happy about that, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, Cobra is happy, elated. He needs to gain some points.
Other drivers that didn't qualify or backed out, that includes Dallas My Plan B, Tyreek Speed, and Exo Austin. As they started the timer on me while I was in the lobby, so I'm gonna back out.
they won you the race. You gotta make your debut now, huh, Hendrick?
No.
No. You don't want to get burned on the track.
No. I'm in the retirement home.
Oh, you're with no, you're not with Camo. You're actually retired. Camo's just fake retiree. He went in the retirement home for the benefits, not even to actually retire.
So 32 cars in the session. They just ended the timer so we can hop on in.
Let's go. Let's have a fun one, Hendrick. I got the stats from the last Texas race. I don't know the where. I will state that first and foremost. So 52 stage 1, 50 stage 2, and 65 for stage 3.
Tire
I don't
wear,
know the
by the
fuel
way,
exactly.
is on ×2.
Yeah, I only have 3x wear on my thing.
Based on this, I will say it's going to be around that 25 lap mark.
Gotcha. All right.
25 to
Let's
28. But with that being said, 5 races until the playoffs. Last race in the 2020s until the postseason. And this is the last
that is key
race
factor.
until we get to the Talladega doubleheader. So how aggressive will these drivers be going into that doubleheader next Sunday night? Also, dummy, yeah. That being said, as we begin this one, let's get it started. Front row, Kevin, you and Leppy, both winless drivers. Will someone new win tonight? We're about to find out. We're green at Texas.
Clean, very start. Do Prime already out of line. You can already see him moving back there a little bit. Polish Hammer getting underneath the 13 of Leppy, so he's going to move up the third. Cobra also out of line with Leppy as they're heading down the backstretch for the first time. Oh, lag spike by Kevin.
Already up the second, now took a peek under the 7, just couldn't get there. Polish Hammer in the 95, already by the 13 for third. Normie up the
Normie at the track!
Able to keep it going. That, Kevin,
that's sketchy. Yeah, like we discussed earlier on the podcast, that outside lane.
On the back. Yellow car, hard into the wall. Big
I'll get an update on that.
Slurp.
Slurp involved. Okay, let's get back to the front. That's going to be our first caution of the night. Already seeing issues as Kevin Yu is going to lead us back to the green flag. Or yellow flag. I just said it again.
Now I'm going to say this again. Huh?
Do you have a soundboard?
I wish.
Man, that would have been funny if you had a soundboard. Alright, so first caution, and I was trying to say this before you can, on the outside lane, especially off of 4, you can really lose it. We saw Normie almost lose it. Just like, not really in real life, but I feel like in this game, if you get caught in the outside lane, I had it happen to me in the Premier race. You do not want to be on the outside lane on older tires. I think they may have hit the apron back there and Slurp went around and collected Mets. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, Big Sean did get collected in that. He's in that test car back there, just a plain yellow 12 car. But either way, that car is pretty crumpled up.
Destroyed. Yeah, I'm a little worried because this is kind of like Atlanta in a sense. It's a single file type racetrack where you follow the leader. As we got a lot of people staying out.
Yeah, I was gonna say Normie, the first one to stay out, followed by R4D, then Perk, the top 3.
That's a group.
Cobra and Tatahead round out the top 5.
That is a big group staying out, so that could work to the favor of Normie and R4D and Perk.
Looks like 7 cars stay out.
Steel
Dodge
Carrot?
Dakota in the 20 and Steel Carrot in the 37.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure that was him. So yeah, they are going to be cycling this around. We just finished our fourth. Yeah, we just finished our 4th lap of the race. Already 1 caution in, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's very early on. They can clean it up.
By
It's
the way,
only 1 caution.
I will say this. There's also channel point redemptions that you guys can use if you want to check in with a driver. That's for $250. If you want to go on board with a random driver that you can't choose, that would be $500. That's for 3 laps. For 5 laps for a driver that you want to see on board, that's for $750. Also, the infamous dummy channel emote also available tonight. That was already redeemed by Ironman earlier tonight. That's for 500 channel points. And then also, I can say something rude to friends for 1,000 points. By the way, thank you so much for the redeem.
Do you see what Kevin get? He got a black flag. So Kevin Yu is going to go to the rear. The former leader got a black flag entering pit road for no reason.
Oh, Trevi wrecked entering in.
What? We got a wreck under caution? Did you see that Smitty wreck?
The inside wall.
Oh yeah, Tyreek Speed is subbing tonight, by the way, in the 24, so we might have some funny moments.
Yeah, I get funny moments every Monday. Speaking of that, remember that moment where you did wreck late in this race for Premier?
You know, it's like I mentioned it earlier when we were outside lane getting free, and I did that once. You know, it's almost cinematic that I mentioned it.
It almost feels like a skill issue.
By
By the way, 2 tier 1
Kawhi.
gift subs given out by Dark Spartan, who also did use that redeem just now. Appreciate it again, Spartan. Radio After Dark, an official player. So EXO, you're a tier 1 sub now. So with that being said, again, thank you, Spartan.
So EXO won't know the pain of ads anymore. Boo. Yep. That sucks for him.
Speaking of EXO, he does go back down. Same with Tyreek, Rocky Top, and Master Killer.
Thought Trevor would go back down with some damage.
I would think he would.
But he's not, so
yeah,
keep it green.
That's going to be interesting. But Master Killer is going to be starting all the way in the back. Speaking of Trevor, he is in.
Where's Kevin? He's also should be starting back there now. As he got a black flag, yeah.
He is right next
Unfortunate
to Big
for your
Sean
pole
and
sitter.
Slurp, who got collected in that opening accident.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
But now,
Master Killer went down pit road.
So look up front. First 2 rows, all drivers in. But then you look at that next row, Dodge Dakota not eligible due to not making enough starts, but Perk in that 2 car, obviously a whole different story.
Got to make every race.
Steel Carrot, Melodramatic, also a row full of winless drivers. And then rounding out the top 10, Polish Hammer in the 95 in the 9th spot with the 14 of Fatality. Back to green. We're going to go on board with Cobra starting next time by for 5 laps again. Thank you, Spartan.
They're still side by side. Apron touched by the 48. He's going to slide up Cobra in the wall and potentially he keeps it straight. He loses a ton of time though.
Getting help from Perk.
He got underneath Normie for the inside lane, entering 1 and 3 and 4 here. Here comes Perk on the outside lane. Normie, we saw him get free earlier. Hopefully made a few adjustments. He actually didn't pit. My bad. He couldn't make an adjustment. But he's gonna hang tough on the outside lane, hanging R4D low there.
So if you're someone right now like Steel Carrot and Melodramatic, how aggressive are you going to be? Do you want to try and get up there to the front right now, or are you just trying to hopefully be in that front pack that pulls away if we do get that long green flag run?
If you ask me, you want as much track position as you can. Take what you can get, of course, safely. Do not risk your car getting wrecked for it, but if there's someone slower obviously in front of you, you want to get past them as quickly as possible. At Texas, you lose a lot of time just sitting behind someone who's significantly slower as we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Perk back to the inside of the 48, which he's going to make a dive underneath him.
Jason,
we also look
awesome.
back there.
I appreciate the follow. Appreciate it.
That is also the 18!
Oh, 3 wide!
Woo!
Also that flip up from Tata. And Cobra takes advantage. Can't get next to R4D at the moment.
Perk has speed. He's on the back bumper of the 48 as he's going to hit the apron, rolling it. He's rolling that white line really well. I think Perk's got a good car at the moment. This R4D is looking for the dive underneath him. Here he comes. Battle for second is on. Here comes R4D underneath Perk.
Again, thank you, Spartan. R4D now in the second spot. He will get help from Cobra here down the front stretch.
Oh my gosh. Here comes Cobra. He's battling for second.
It's not fun when you do it.
Exactly.
Oh! Very close. And it nearly went back up to the Tata head.
Well, someone hit the apron behind him. Slide up the track. I think that was Polish a little bit.
Up into the wall. He avoids it.
They're 3 wide. Oh, that's a massive cars that we do not.
Georgia nearly in the ground.
This is not going to end well. It does. How? They kept the straights. That ended well for some reason.
Georgia nearly hit the front stretch grass, trying to get.
Oh,
by.
Banjo loose. Banjo's going to lose a ton of track position. He hit the wall nearly on the inside. Oh, he's in the apron. Steel Carrot made him make contact.
Oh,
There
he's
goes
in
Carrot again.
again.
Oh! Doo-hoo! Oh my lord.
Having a couple
Struggling.
of calls, trying to get up to the front.
He is struggling. His car is not handling well.
And he's also in this big pack, so it's not much room for him to really make passes.
Agreed. As Melodramatic is getting under a fatality following Tata through.
Speaking of our pole sitter, here's where the 7 is. He's made up a few
He was
spots.
right in that mass. Yeah, he was actually, when we saw Banjo get loose, he made contact with him. So Kevin was trying to save it as well. So they were all trying to just get the car under control. They're starting to get strung out. They're starting to get single file up front.
and this was what I was talking about. We're going to start seeing these packs.
Oh, they're going 3 wide.
Polish
Oh,
hammer.
Polish. Aggressive.
Trying to get by Mello.
Contact.
Polish ineligible, but he
In
has
the center.
started to come to life in recent weeks. He gets by the 42.
Almost like he's knocking off the rest.
Iron Man is 4 car right behind the 95.
He's
and that
moving
Hunt
at the
Brothers
moment.
Pizza green and white 4. Fatality now side by side with Mello. Cover on the wall. Stacked everyone up.
Polish stuck on the outside lane because of that incident. Unfortunate for him as the 20 car is going to get underneath him. Dodge Dakota. Wait, where's Dodge? Never mind. Is that Dodge? That is Dodge. No, that's not.
Continue to go through this long green flag run. We're going to start seeing cars hit that little bump spot exiting 4. This was something I highly emphasized on the podcast on Wednesday night. If you hit that bump, and speaking of that hurt, close call. But keep an eye
As the whole pack
in just a
rowls
few
behind him.
seconds.
Fatality contact with Mello again. Melodramatic is not having a fun time as everyone is just bumping into him. As we're going to have a battle for the lead off of 4. Oh, never mind.
R4D.
R4D.
Trying to
He
control
did
the
pass the
lanes
leader.
with Cobra and Normie battling for second. The 11's going to get by.
Yeah, Normie off the pace now. Okay, so who pitted and who didn't? I don't know if we might be seeing the varying strategies. Ironman, I think, really pitted. I think he pitted on the first stop. I'm pretty sure. So that is probably why we're seeing so much more pace.
I don't think he did.
I'm pretty sure he did. That's why you're seeing so much pace out of him.
Oh, look out.
Oh, fatality
in the grass. Able to keep it straight. 3 wide now. Perk in the middle. Mello on the high side.
Oh, fatality on the apron again.
And
Perk clears both of them. He's going to give Mello the draft off the corner. He's going to use the draft to Tata.
Above the cut line without a win. 5 races to go. And if you're above that cut line, you're hoping either yourself wins or a repeat winner wins tonight. And right now, one of those things is happening. R4D in front.
Second place. Oh, top 3 are repeat winners. It's about to be top 4. It's now Polish is getting cut underneath.
Yep, by Normie. For the lead, Iron Man.
Yes.
In the
Where does Cobra go?
14th tonight, but now you can put a P1.
He's been moving. Telling you, there's fresh tires on that 4 car. Oh!
R4D able to save it.
Oh, 20
Tata
Dodge.
in the draft.
Is that Dodge? No, that's Tata. Normie in the... Oh my God, they're gonna die. There they go! Oh my God! That is death.
Sharp involved again. Steel Carrot involved. Big
That's unfortunate. I saw
the inside wall to go with it.
They're 3 wide for 3rd, by the way. Melodramatic on the inside lane. I don't know who's gonna win it. It's gonna be side by side at the line for the caution.
And
R4D
also,
gets it.
You saw him have that mistake. He didn't wreck, but he is outside the top 10 by a good margin.
He was the reason why they stacked up and died, really, because he hit the apron, entering the corner, going so low, and it really stacked him up bad. And when there was nowhere to go for, I think it was the 13 of Leppy who was involved in that. I think it was Leppy who really died there. Maybe Steel Carrot as well.
Steel Carrot did get involved in that accident.
Master Killer was involved. Yeah, Leppy was involved.
Iron Man did confirm he did go down pit road. But
Okay,
you were
I
right
knew it.
on that, and it actually worked out for him.
Oh, someone around! 21 around on the backstretch, under caution.
21
Dallas,
car.
my plan B.
Hasn't made that many starts in this series, but with a big lobby, it's kind of Hard to get adjusted, but he's able to get back straight. Pit road looks like it's closed this time by.
He's more known for his backwood starts, not in this series.
All right,
And
Kevin,
while yes,
I'll use yours for the restarts.
okay. Yeah, like I was saying, he's more known for his backwood series. While that series has a lot of good numbers, it doesn't have the 30+ car fields that we have in here.
Yes.
Which is something to be adjusted to, especially in these 2020 Cup cars, which, in my opinion, are a lot more erratic. They don't handle well.
So, update on those very high up in the points. Here's where our points leader resides. Trusting Banjo did avoid the accident, but he's still got a little bit to go. Started 16th. Looks like he's made very minimal progress. Cobra, we just got on board with him.
Yes.
He is running in that second spot. This is what you want if you want any shot of getting back up to the top of the regular season standings.
He needs to win and win some stages in the last 5 races to even have a shot.
Guy, R4D, running in third. He's currently third in the standings. He's trying to get away from Normie, and right now he's able to do it. He could still have a chance of getting up to second.
Yeah, yes, he is still in relative contest with Cobra. But I feel like the
car in the grass, actually, that was very weird. Racing
Who
Green,
was it? Oh, the 41.
the only car to stay out.
By the way, the fuel says 31, and we have 31 laps to go. So fuel run, I think overall is 28 to 29, but you can stretch it. I'm pretty sure, based on what I see on Cobra's point of view.
Get back to Iron Man here as he exits his stall, and Cobra's gonna get out first.
Yes. Good pit stop by his crew.
And
He got a 15-2.
Look behind him. R4D got the nod over Mello. Perk rounds out the top 5.
Behind him is the 95 of Polish. We see him 6th place back there.
Look who's in 7th.
Georgia Dog behind him.
I was gonna say,
7th.
Georgia Dog hasn't been able to practice all weekend. I know he had his internet disconnected, but he is back. He was able to race tonight. Here he is, already up to 7th.
I know the heartbreak of last night, though, because if he would have made that race, it would have been so close with him and Spartan.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that he missed it. But I don't think that would have mattered, though, with Impact, the car behind Tata Head, winning that race.
Dream
so.
pits.
Pitting on shoes. He's making sure he can make it on fuel. I think if you're on controller, you pit on shoes here and take the fuel. Just add it
Head,
up.
who we saw McGrath before that caution happened, he is still within the top 10.
They're doing shoes this time.
He's going to be the 5th car on the inside, so he'll be 9th. The 8 car of Impact will restart 8th. And then rounding out the top 10 is LA Fatality.
Look up front. We got a new front row. Cobra and Melodramatic. Cobra is your choose, aka the restart person. He controls the restart. He's your leader. Restart person's crazy. I'm gonna die.
There we go for the restart. As cars are
cruising
still
around
exiting pit road, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in time. Hopefully they will.
They won't. They won't. Unfortunately for them, they will miss the
Killer is still
restart.
trying to exit too, so more than likely they're going to call it off.
No, they're not. They pit on shoes. They pit on shoes. That's their decision. They're going to not make it. Yeah, so they're going to lose the draft, and Master Killer needs the stage points. If Duke can somehow find his way inside the top 10 at the end of this thing, that's going to be crucial points that he's going to gain on Master Killer. He's only 5 back. As Cobra takes the lead over Iron Man.
Looking through the top 10 to see if any other notables below that cut. Still trying to get stage points. Some above, obviously, with Mello and...
Oh, Tata gets free! Outside lane. I told you that bump on the on 3 and 4 is going to be a really killer tonight.
Yes, that will be a definite factor. But someone else, Evan Yu, is inside the top 15. Battling with Banjo right now.
Him and Slurp are trying to make their way through the field after having early incidents. and see Slurp behind Lewis and company. So they are just trying to march their way through the field.
Now Kevin Yu is still decently back there in the grid. He enters in tonight 32 behind Master Killer. He's on the verge of entering the top 10.
The thing we've seen out of him, though, oh, Georgia Dog in the wall a little bit. Impact's going to get around him. That's going to open the door for more guys to get underneath him. Tata.
Fatality.
We got Dodge.
He does not do well exiting 4. Nearly got Tata loose.
Dodge is all over the 18's bumper, trying to push him around. The 88. As he clears the 88, here comes his teammate of Dodge, trying to clear him as well.
Speaking of Kevin, we'll go back on board with him for the next 5 laps.
He is moving. He's right behind Georgia Dog now.
Gonna push the 20 car up the racetrack here.
Ooh!
So for the next 5 laps, we'll stay with driver number 7.
Steel carrot off the pace, by the way. That is a key equation. He needs these stage points because only the top 8 make it. And Melodramatic currently is inside the top 10. He's inside the top 5 even, so that is a key points position battle we're going to be watching throughout the end of this regular season as well. So only the top 8 are locked in to the round of 12.
20 car hit the apron. A little contact there with the 7, and
Banjo.
that's going to cost him his spot in line.
Up front, we have someone changing. We got someone shifting up the track. I don't know who it is. I'll
That's
get an
Iron
update.
Man in the 4.
Here comes Perk on his inside.
Right in front of Impact here if he lets the 2 car by.
No, he's going to clear the 2. Maybe.
No, he won't.
Unfortunate if he can't get back in line. Impact's going to take it. He's on the outside lane. Got to keep the car straight. He does. Falls back right in line. Back to Single File Racing as 10th on back is starting to battle. Do Prime, look at the 1 car. Sitting his nose right behind that pack and Slurp and company. I think we have 22 laps to go.
Staying on board with Kevin for a few more laps. 7 car currently runs 11th right behind Georgia. This is about
Oh my God.
as peaceful as we're going to have.
Yeah,
for this track
exactly.
racing, but for how long?
Thing is when you're
Georgia
peaceful
in
like
the
this,
apron. 7 cars on the inside. This is for 10th. Should be able to clear him exiting 4.
I'll tell you another guy who qualified very well but is struggling at the moment is the 13 of Aleppi. He qualified inside the top 5, is currently outside the top 20, so rough night for him so far.
Dodge Dakota helping the 7 car. Georgia in the wall. He got stuck with the 7's right rear.
Oh, apron! Here comes Banjo to his inside. As they're starting to lose touch of the first pack. Impact's also starting to lose the front pack's draft.
Last lap on board with the 7.
Rocky top out. 22 out.
Tough break for the 22. He will still be alive technically for the playoff hunt, but at this point it's definitely a win for him.
It's a stretch, but oh, here comes R4D to the bottom of Cobra. He got underneath him. As we were talking about that, yeah, it's going to be a stretch for Rocky, but he is good on super speedways. He qualifies well there, so there is still a top opportunity for him. As we see Cobra get up the track. Oh, the wall! He goes!
What?
And around he goes!
Dana had around as well. That will be a yellow.
Yeah, a lot of cars.
Oh,
Oh, 24! Oh, man. Melodramatic up to second. Here comes Perk pushing him. As R4D is going to hang on to the lead.
Hammer up the 4, getting by Perk. Impact will be right behind this group here in the 6th spot, followed by LA Fatality in that 7th spot. Rounding out the
Polish
top 10, Kevin Yu in the 7th, who we were just on board with. He runs in P8, and then after that, Dodge Dakota and Slurp.
Yeah, like you said, Polish got around. Actually, it was Iron Man in the 4. Perk is still sitting in 3rd. And like you said, you recapped every other position. So Melodramatic is your biggest winner. I want to see our picks from Wednesday night between me and you. I want to see who we picked. I'm
I know
going to double check that
you
real quick.
picked Slurp, I know, as your primary. And you picked Kevin
Yes,
Yu
and
as
my
your
dark
dark
horse.
horse.
Yes.
And then for
You
me,
picked...
I picked R14 Fatality.
And currently, your main pick is currently leading the race, so you're in a good spot at the moment. But I feel like Slurp is coming.
Slurp and Kevin Yu.
Yeah, they're both moving slowly but surely. It is a game of chess at a... This is just like Atlanta. It's a game of chess. You have to be patient. You have to wait for a hole to open, and once it goes there, you got to take it, essentially.
The 16 to go as they cross the line. Get back on board here with our leader.
You know what I can't wait for the new game to have? An actual leaderboard so we don't have to flip through every single driver just to get to the person we want to. I don't want it to be complicated, but just make it simple so everyone can understand it, you know?
Yep. R4D off. He will win
No
the
challenge.
race off. Mello in second, Polish Hammer up to P3, followed by Ironman and Impact. Actually, by Perk and Ironman. Cobra just said, I'm over this series. Well, Cobra, you'll still get up there if it means anything.
Well, we can already see, oh my god, 66 just almost shunted the 3-car.
So already
That was so
multiple
close.
cautions in this first stage. I go back to Atlanta. We talked about the pressure that these guys have of trying to redeem themselves.
It's just like Atlanta.
It's the exact opposite, in my opinion. We've had great racing in the first half of that race.
Yeah.
And then when we went to the last few laps, that's when the chaos began. Mets wasn't pleased there, but so far here, a few cautions early. Hopefully that means the end will be pretty solid.
Okay, I wanted to compare this to Atlanta because of the way it races. So this track is bottom dominant just like Atlanta, and I feel like that's why we're seeing some of the mistakes that we saw at Atlanta, apron touches, people being overly aggressive. That's the type of things that you see at Atlanta that transfer over to a racetrack like this. And I feel like there's ways to fix it. I feel like we've had spurts of good racing tonight. So I feel like they can clean it up.
Row 2, Mello and Impact. Row 3, Hammer and Slurp. Row 4, Perk and Georgia. Row 5, Fatality and Banjo.
We gotta get our lap check real quick.
It'll be 14 to go at the line.
Okay. You heard it here first. So we're under 15 laps. Caution cutoff is 5 to go. Ladies and gents, and let's get this started. R4D and Ironman front row.
Get back on board here with 36. So here we go.
It's gonna be a fun restart.
3 cautions already for incident. And we make it the rest of the way without a yellow. Back to green.
Good jump by R4D. He's going to have the help of Melodramatic on his back bumper. Can he push him out ahead of the 4-car of Ironman? Impact the old men on the top lane.
3 wide already back there. It is clustered on this restart.
Oh yeah, Cobra is trying to get through that mess of jumbled up. Met's trying to get out of the way in the 6-car. Look at him just down to the apron. He's trying to get out of the way.
It reminds me of last week, certain incident with him.
Oh. I kind of forgot. Can you describe that to me after we get through this little excitement of racing? As we got Perk underneath, Impact, and Ironman as the eyes are on the stuck on the top lane. Here comes Slurp in the 27. He has been flowing throughout this field. He got around Kevin Yu and is now inside the top 10, just moving at the moment, following his cars in front of him.
Watch out, Lewis went out of line. Lewis trying to get in the top 10. That's big for him. He's not far behind the cut line. Meanwhile, Melodramatic still behind his 36 car. Mello trying to get away from that cut. More importantly, jump into the top 8 in points.
Yes, exactly. He needs good. Oh, Perk and Impact made a little contact. Yeah. Third place though, Polish Hammer is having a good run for himself. Oh, R4D up the track a little bit on exit.
Oh,
He
Slurp's a
keeps it
little
straight.
loose. Exiting 4 hits the grass. Right behind him, LA Fatality. Looking to make a move here.
Go back there with Cobra. He's also sitting behind this
Hammer
huge
out
pack.
line.
He's. Ooh.
Teammates right here battling.
Impact got underneath Hammer because of that, and you can see back there Fatality and Iron Man dueling for that top 10 position.
Fatality needs those points. He's not in the top 8, but he is above the cut. And the guy behind him is the guy that he basically bumped out of the way to get his first win in ODRL.
Oh yeah, Georgia Dog at Charlotte. I remember that race in particular. It was a interesting night to say the least.
Oh, big
Oh!
movement here from Tata Head. Right behind them, Kevin Yu.
Was that Tater? No, that was Dodge. They have similar schemes tonight, but that was Dodge Dakota.
Behind them, a good battle, Normie and Banjo. Normie gets by. Lewis in the 9 car.
Impact
right
up the
there behind
track.
him.
Impact up the track. We saw it up front. Hendrick, he's sliding up the track. He's going to lose a ton of spots. Polish in it. Oh, in the wall!
Everyone avoid.
Oh. Oh no. That's going to be a stage. If he's not going to be able to get back in line.
Also affected. Trapped on that high line. Georgia hits the apron.
The 3 wide, Kevin. Here comes Mello, trying to gain as much time as he can on the 36. There's not really a battle up front, but Impact and company are having a good duel back there.
8 to go. Car way high on the track back there. Normie currently holding on to the last spot.
3 wide. Is that EXO in the 62 tonight?
Yes,
I think that is.
EXO
All right,
is
so
in
he's
the top 15.
Iron Man up the track on exit. Oh! Iron Man impacted the grass. Banjo got it with him. Contact.
Impact saved
Impact
it.
driving.
And about the guy who said I'm over with this series, Cobra is chopping through this field. Put him up to 13. Hit Banjo for 12. This 11
He's
car
moving.
is flying.
I'll give you another car who's also flying. Kevin Yu, of course, but Slurp making the move for third.
Cobra Banjo car around to the back.
Oh! I'll get an update. He went down pit road. He got wrecked to pit road. I don't know how they're going to call that. It was...
He did not register on the pit road.
Okay, 6 to go.
But no caution. That was a single car spin.
Apron touch by Iron Man. Here comes Kevin.
No, what happened there? Iron Man bumped Fatality when he checked up.
Gotcha.
5 to go, no cautions.
Perk is now trying to win his first stage in the Odrl Series for NXT. Look at him sitting in second.
Hammer and Mello battling for 4. That's going to be a fun battle. Still back on board with that 95.
Mello continues to fall. He is falling like a rock as Perk is trying to get underneath the leader.
Fatality and Mello allows Kevin to challenge. 4 to go.
Slurp has made his way from a lap 1 wreck inside the top 3. He
Now
gets
looking for
underneath
second.
Perk. He got there. He's going to make the move heading into 3 and 4. He wants to win stage 1 of Texas.
Fatality out of the
And
line.
he is moving.
Kevin Yu now challenging for 5th. He gets by. He's got to close more on that cut line. Question is how much. 3 to go.
R40 has done this before, by the way. I've watched it on Thursday nights. He's able to hold on and win at Texas, especially with leading. He knows how to block people when he's leading. He did it to Slurp on the Thursday night race of Franks, so I expect him to do the same thing. Can Slurp eventually get around him, unlike he did the last Thursday first stage win? As we're ending under 2 laps to go. Ooh, help. Here comes the run. Got it.
Keeping an eye here with this 95 as now he gets pushed up the track. Kevin Yu now challenging for 4.
Don't look out. Mello might make it 3 wide if they get too handsy.
Kevin bumps
Contact.
him again. That's going to be enough. gonna get to the inside now. Perk challenging for second. Got by Slurp. White flag in the first stage.
Oh, around in the back they go. Someone to pit road. Into the wall they go. I think it's EXO. He's gone. White flag is in the air for stage 1.
And now Perk has a chance to get by the 36. Big head of steam out of 2. 36 trying to block. Trying to go all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. But Perk's still there. Perk bumps the 36 car. But it's not going to be enough.
Got to save it.
R4D. He's going to cash in his third win of the season as Normie's in the grass.
They nearly died for second. They nearly died up front as I think it was Slurp hit that bump on exit, Hendrick, and they went 3 wide for second. He hit the bump on exit and nearly killed everyone. And actually, Kevin Yu nearly got there, but Perk finished second, Slurp third, fourth is Kevin Yu, and of course, R4D winning stage 1. Fifth is Polish Hammer in the 95, Ironman 6, Fatality 7th, Melodramatic 8, good stage points for him. Reagan 9th, and then Normie rounds out your top 10.
And
Key notable names.
Falls 1 spot short of stage points, getting 11th.
Yes, that is true. Melodramatic getting some stage points. I think he gained some on his competitors at the cutoff line there.
Here we go for the restart. Yep, Kevin, you did gain 3 points on that cut line, so now he's 29 back. Back to green.
Good on him. Every point matters. Tell you right now.
29 laps in the second stage. 1 pit stop required.
If Kevin Yu... Oh, here comes... Slurp got to the inside.
Slurp's not going to get the help, though.
Yeah, that was a factor. No help from the inside lane, and that's going to affect him to fall him back to second. With Polish right behind him. Is he going to slide in front of Perk? Going to try to hold on to second.
Clean first lap for everybody. Meanwhile, Slurp tried the top. Didn't find enough. Polish Hammer in the 95 right behind the 27. Iron in the 4 ducking to the low line. Now looking for fifth from Kevin. 7 car.
Look who's up the track.
Down.
Mello with him in that outside lane. That is not where you want to be trapped. Cobra's sitting behind this pack now. Outside the top 10. Just in 11th.
7-4. Kevin trying everything he can to get back in line. Ironman has to check up. 58 for fatalities there. Kevin into the wall. Reagan boy, the 77 car.
Well, look who's making the move. That was Carrot. Where did he come from? Type deal. Like, I don't know where he came from. From the rear of the field alongside Reagan. They've been moving a little bit. They got some track position. As Reagan and Cobra make contact, they're going to slap the track.
And Mello falls. Big time.
Tough break for him there. He got unlucky, stuck on the outside as Lewis. Look at him trying to make moves in the 9 machine. This is going to get bumped up by Tata.
Already the front is starting to fan itself out. Single file at the moment. That's the kind of racing you want to have at the front. Try and get away from everybody. As Ironman hit the apron, fatality to the outside. That battle's back on.
If they can work it out, they probably want fatality ahead of Ironman, but he's not going to be able to do it.
That's what I'm thinking here too, yeah. But again, Ironman has his own right to try and get these extra points.
Yes.
He wants to try and get back up into the top 8, but then again...
Oh! Someone, Cobra, hit the grass, slide up into the... I guess, is that the 37 of Steel Carrot? Yes, it was. Unfortunate for Steel as he got caught up in Cobra's mess.
Dodge Dakota on the bottom line.
Tata got held up by the checkup, and Banjo is still sitting outside the top 10. Look at him behind Lewis, who also needs some stage points.
4-car breakaway. R4D, Slurp, Hammer, Perk.
They're flying. But Ironman is not badly.
5. Kevin Yu in that 7 car runs in 6th. Right behind them, LA Fatality at 7th. Normie in 8th, Reagan Boy 9th, Georgia 10th.
Tata also trying to make moves on Steel Carrot. Got underneath him. Here comes the 24 of Tyreek Speed. That's not Yoshi. That is Tyreek in the 24 tonight.
Normie very loose off of 4, able to get back in line. So now if you're the 7th car, what?
Contact back here between Tata and Steel Carrot entering the corner as they're side by side, heavy behind. I think this is just outside the top 10. It is a fun fight,
if
but
you are that 4 and 7 car, you got to make sure you got to stay single file. Right now they're a little bit disconnected because of that turn 4 exit, but they can keep doing what they're doing. They will catch back up there to the top 4.
exactly. See, the difference is that if they were separated and they were still battling, like they were battling, then it would be an issue. But they're actually solo. They're pretty much singled out behind them. Besides, of course, the guys inside the top 10, they're obviously making moves. But Kevin Yu and Ironman are working together to catch up in Polish Hammer and 4th.
Yeah, Perk did
they will catch
the 95 for that 3rd spot. Top 2 up the racetrack. Both able to quickly get back in front of 2.
As they're starting to get free in the rear, it is getting dicey back here. I'm scared for everyone's life. Someone is going to die off of 4. And I don't know who, but it's going to be someone.
These guys back here. 5th through 9th.
Here comes Perk.
Dodge Dakota.
Making the move for 2nd.
Dodge Dakota ahead of the Reagan boy now. Just saw that move.
He's in, that's 11th. That's outside the points positions, but he's still moving. That is exactly what he needs to do. As Perk is deciding to not stay in line, he is trying to take the lead as he's got some speed in that 2 machine.
By Slurk, Hammer challenging for 3rd. Last car in the top
Should be
10
able to clear him.
is Cobra.
With Banjo struggling tonight just outside the top 10, you see them back here in 13th. This is an opportunity for Cobra to gain some points.
I know it's just 1 point, but it would mean a little for him.
Yes, every point.
Oh, a little movement here is mid-pack. Just saw that.
I know, I saw a blue car.
Mello, do prime. Mello, multiple spots again. Lefty in this mix as well.
Carrot got loose.
This has 4 of the bubble drivers.
Master Killer also behind him.
And Iron Man has caught Slurk in that draft. Hammer got by to 27. They're single file, but it's too little too late. This group is caught now.
They're going to have a huge pack. That was the thing that they didn't want to happen. They didn't want to have a huge pack connected to them, as if they make a mistake now, they're going to lose a ton of spots. That's the reason.
On the inside of the 36, off of 4.
Battle for 3rd as well. Battle for 3rd is on as well. Slurp.
Again rebattling, but this top spot, Perk and R4D. R4D driving it in a little bit deper, but Perk's going to get the better exit. Not cleared yet.
Still getting the run.
Slurp, at the moment, going to help Perk.
Gonna try to take over 2nd. Contact between R4D and Perk.
And that's gonna do it.
Gonna slide R4D up the track.
Perk to the point. He hits Siegfried.
Here comes Slurp. He got there. No, Slurp got to the bottom of him. Into 1. Here they go.
Iron Man now up to 3rd.
He did it earlier. He's able to make moves in that 4 machine, and he is making and diming this field. Nickel and diming this field at the moment up to 3rd. But Slurp is going to take the lead away from Perk, but he got the run on the outside lane. He's going to try to hang on as long as possible. Contact between him and Iron Man. That's going to clear Slurp. He is your new leader at Texas.
Fatality challenging R4D to jump into the top 5. Almost. Now they are. Iron Man able to get by. 3 wide for 3rd.
They're going to go 3 wide for 5th as well.
Georgia now battling Fatality. And this pack grows bigger, and one of those cars that enters the pack is Banjo.
There's a lot of cars that are racing at the moment together.
Georgia,
Georgia, no! There goes Kevin!
Banjo in the grass.
Who else was involved? How many cars?
That's it. They all save it.
But they're huge checked up. Kevin Yu, he saved it?
Everyone saved it. Kevin Yu and Banjo.
So they're going to keep it green. As we almost had the biggest one at Texas as Georgia Dog made a mistake, got free or something. We nearly saw death.
Big winner of that exchange was Cobra. He is now up to 7. And I believe we do have another DNF. As Doom brought him into the wall hard off of 2. Ton of ground
Yes.
lost.
As soon as you're talking about that, we have a guy driving underneath. Ironman taking the lead from Slurp. He's determined to take it away. To the inside he goes.
Normie had a moment off of 4. Keeps it going. Dream around. Entering 3. Right ahead of him is Big Sean, so that could be a caution.
We'll see.
But the car I was talking about earlier, the 21 of Dallas, is done.
Okay. So he's officially out.
Meanwhile, back to the line. Iron Man to the 4.
Slurp up the track. He's going to hit the bump. Yeah, you see him get a little free, but he keeps it straight. They're off the pace. Caution's out.
Yep.
Fourth caution of the night.
4 for incidents. As Iron Man in front.
You know, I think this puts us... We ran about 20 or so laps of green flag racing. This does not put us on the fuel cycle. We'll still have one more pit stop, presumably.
Everyone should
when they come
be
down to pit.
expected to pit this time. Everyone should have around 12 laps of fuel.
What it means, though, is that I don't think we're within the fuel saving window. I don't think you can save 12 laps of fuel here.
I don't think you can either. Not with this racing either.
Yeah, no. It's been aggressive. It's been really aggressive up front. I mean, you have to nickel and dime your way through the field. We've seen some other guys like Ironman, Slurp, and Perk able to make moves. Cobra also, after having an incident in stage 1, was able to recover. He's at the top 10 now.
We currently have, now crossing the line, 29 to go.
Oh, no, we're good on fuel.
So,
we're good on fuel.
You can make it on fuel.
Especially with the checkups.
Slurp already in his stall. But let's keep an eye on the 4 here.
Rickware Racing in the 27 machine.
A Rick Ware car that actually runs up front.
Right?
And Iron Man
he does not beat out Iron Man. R4D beats Slurp. Maybe Polish. Nope.
36
but he jumps.
Slurp the 3rd. Hammer 4. Perk 5th. Followed by Fatality, Cobra, Georgia Dog in the 88 and 8th. Normie. And then Tata Head. Rounds out the top 10.
I really hope this goes green because I want to see if, like, if we have anybody just trying to save a little bit. Like, I think obviously if you check up with the checkups that we have at Texas, I think they're going to be good on fuel, obviously. But I want to see if it even comes into a factor. That's my main question. Does it even matter that they're just 1 lap good on fuel here? I think they are. They're easily good on fuel because it was like that in stage 1. I just wanted to go green. I want to see it play it out. I want to see how they run on older tires because we've seen before top lane, old tires. I don't think we've seen as many deaths as we expected right now. I think we've seen a lot of apron touches that have caused the cars to stack up behind them, hit the wall. Turn 2 exit has been a death toll for us, Hendrick, so far. They've hit the wall a ton at that part of the racetrack. Oh my god, can't speak. Turn 2 wall has definitely been a death totem for basically this field tonight. That's what I wanted to say. As up front, it's going to be Iron Man and Polish Hammer. Alongside them in 3rd and 4th is going to be R4D. In the 14 of Fatality. Back there in the 3rd row is going to be Slurp on the inside and Normie on the outside. The 48, the 27, and behind them is going to be Perk. And I think that is Normie. Then the 20 car of Dodge Dakota on the outside, Cobra, and then Tata. And Georgia Dog round out your top 10. As they're going to head into the restart zone this time by. Alright, gents, let's get this started.
We'll head back to the
start of
POV real quick.
Of stage 2, restart number 2. First caution during the stage for incident. 4th caution of the night. Here we go into the Geico restart zone.
Here we go. Back to green. Good start for the 4. Now,
great jump by him.
We'll see what happens here with R4D trying to get by Hammer now.
He clears him. Polish stuck in the outside lane. Normie also up the track a little bit.
Yeah, looks like
as now Iron Man is going to take over the position of points. Look at Perk. He's been aggressive all night long. He's been willing to make those moves.
Here's Dodge Dakota. Now clear of the 48.
Tata also behind those teammates of the JGR camp, trying to get around Normie, get to his inside lane, as he's going to be able to do it to him off of 2 potentially here. Oh, Polish slow on the outside lane. It's going to hold up the top lane. Normie's going to lose some momentum.
Meanwhile,
as Leppy gets free behind him.
File and are already looking to leave this pack behind.
Perk just wants to clear Fatality now. He wants to get Fatality off his side skirt as they make contact on the front stretch. Here comes Dodge pushing him.
More contact there just now with Hammer. Nearly hit the outside wall on the front stretch. But Fatality way
Polish up the track.
High.
Oh, Polish gets back in line. Clutch for him. Gets behind Cobra.
Cobra has to be pleased because now he has that 95 behind him looking to get by the 14. And he will. For the lead, however, R4D took the peak, couldn't stay next to the 4.
They're going to be pushing to the end. That is the thing. If you lose the top 4's draft, that is it for your stages. They don't have to pit anymore. Oh, in the wall.
Yep, there it is.
20 car. Dodge.
Not the first time that's happened, but at least this time no punishment, really, to stay in the top 10.
Did he stay inside the top 10? Is he on the inside lane, though?
He was. Now he's out of it.
As Banjo's getting a little in the grass.
Full contact Fatality and Mello.
You know what would be funny? If we saw what happened to Gio Ruggiero on the truck race, someone just plows the grass and just kills the field.
Yeah.
If you remember that?
Yep, I do.
that destroyed his front end. I can't believe the grass was that bad on Friday night. Like, the hell. And Saturday night. They cut the lawn on Sunday.
R4D can't do it. The little slip up.
He's gonna get the run here.
But R4D just not able to execute.
Ironman's doing enough. He's doing enough to the point to where they can't get underneath him fully. He's gonna have to do a Michael McDowell block, maybe potentially down the backstretch.
Meanwhile, Group 2 has already been formed going all the way back to Dodge Dakota. So again, it's basically pack racing at this point.
Tata pushing the 95 of Polish, last week's winner at Gateway, had a strong return after his suspension and showed out at Gateway, got his second win on the season. After, I think it was it the opener at Daytona?
Yes,
or Talladega?
Talladega.
Yeah, I forgot. The opener was Talladega in NXT. He's already making a move on Polish.
Meanwhile,
Slides
Cobra
up and
in
lets
this
him go.
11 car is in 5th, last car in this first group. Banjo, first car in Group 3.
So there's 3 groups at the moment, and Do Prime, Master Killer, and Lewis are all together in Stage 2. But this is not going to matter if they can't get inside the top 10. But they're all around one another, which is a key factor.
Here's where the 7 is. He is in Group 2, right behind DeMello.
So
not
that's
in a spot
just...
in the top 10.
That's 11th, right? That's just outside.
Green
Yeah,
in the
so
wall
he
in
needs
the
to gain
back,
one more.
keeps it going.
I feel like Tata has a little bit more speed than a 95, to be honest with you. I know Normie does, though. Normie back inside the top 5. Here comes Tata to the inside lane of Polish. Excuse me. I ate a banana earlier. That's why I'm burping. As we see the move for 6th underway. So Tata takes it. Fatality also trying to take that spot. This could open the door for Kevin Yu to get inside the top 10 if Polish can't get back in line.
Vitality still up the track. Mello thought about trying to find a way inside the 14, just couldn't. And now has
Top
to deal
four
with
organized.
Kevin Yu and Reagan Boy right behind him.
This is gonna affect the second pack. They're gonna lose the front pack's draft because of all this fighting. Even though the faster cars on the front of this pack now, it's gonna affect them. Oh! Master Killer around! He collects Exo! And that's gonna be another caution!
Yep, another caution. There you see it, the 19 to 62. D-main involved. Mets just got sucker punched by Master Killer.
Unfortunate for Mets.
And
you would think that far off the pace, he wouldn't hit him.
5.
No, I'm joking, Mets. You've been doing solid tonight. Oh, Ironman holds on to the lead. Here comes Slurp for second. He's not going to get it.
Right in the second for South Dakota. Got wall.
He's around. He's around. After the caution.
Got a little bit of help. And I know he's not going to be happy.
He's having a good run in the 20. I know last week was frustrating for him.
Yes, it was.
Alright, let's chill it out, guys. We got second caution of stage number 2, 5th overall. So we're going to have, based on what we're seeing, Hendrick, we're going to have 3 cautions per stage. Which is a lot, just like real life.
Well, pit road's
it really
open.
is just like real life.
It is. I don't know if we're going to surpass it, though. It's going to be close.
I hope not. I hope not. If we surpass that, then NXT is getting another roast session on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I know. And we're going to have an angry Mets fan again.
Oh yeah, Mets is already angry because he, like you said, he got sucker punched. I thought he would miss that wreck though. Did Master Killer just drive in front of him?
Well, Mets was trying to avoid him, and Master Killer was just coming up. Yeah, he barely got clipped. So race off
I
pit
thought he would
road.
miss it.
You just saw it on board here with Slurp. Track position
Oh, it's so
changes.
close.
Georgia
Iron Man
Dog is up there.
nearly lost it. Yeah, I thought Georgia was gonna beat him out, but it was neck and neck between the two. Wait, how did Georgia jump everyone? I gotta check his point of view.
88 cars. Now up P2. That is the big mover that time around. R4D Slurp Perk rounds out the top 5. Cobra, Tate ahead, Normie running in the 8th spot, and then Fatality and Melodramatic the top 10.
Alright. If there's one thing we can say about Heat 5 that does a little bit better than real life, is that tire wear is actually really, really noticeable in this game. Like, it is insane how much slower you are on older tires than new. I give the game credit for that. That's really the only thing we can get credit for.
Here we go with the choose. Iron Man is going to stay on the top, and R4D is going to pick the bottom.
When we go green, it'll be 13 laps to go in stage 2. 13 to go when we go green. Here comes Normie jumping 3 rows. To the outside he goes. Melodramatic joins him. Kevin Yu trying to get some stage points in that number 7 machine. You said he gained 3 in the first stage, right? So he's down to 39. Or was it 36?
29.
29, okay. So if we can get some more stage points during this run, that could be a good thing for the 7, as he is narrowing that gap down, and with 4 races after this one to go, I think there's a chance he could point his way in, if he continues to finish as well as he has been the last few weeks. Just has to execute the finishes and stage points. Here we go into the restart zone. Iron Man your leader alongside R4D.
There we go.
Ooh,
Back
wow.
underway. Good start for the 4. Remember, he was the leader. And Georgia trying to get down to the bottom. Wasn't cleared.
Could not. Unfortunate for the 88, as he's going to drop like a fly, as there's no hole open for him. His teammate of Normie is going to be stuck behind him, and they're going to drop like a fly. Oh, Normie takes it. He leaves Georgia out to dry as Kevin Hughes on his inside. Unfortunate for the 88 as he's going to drop. Really tough break for him.
Oh,
Normie the wall.
Reagan boy in the grass.
Slow up, Reagan.
Oh,
no!
Well
there they go.
Well
That's unfortunate. It's going to be a third caution.
He dodged Dakota. Kevin Hughes. Impact might have gotten a chunk of that one.
I think Impact was the guy that Reagan hit. I think Reagan hit Impact, to be honest with you.
Caution number 6. Still in the middle of stage 2. There you see Normie did get collected. And I'm pretty sure Metz is going to be fuming right now. I know we talked about it last time around, but I know he's definitely fuming.
Impact got hit. It was Impact who the 77 hit. He's fuming at the moment.
Well, you just saw pit road is open. Some people psyching some others out, but Cobra in first.
How many people stayed out? If a large chunk stays out, they're good. They won't get affected.
Yeah, a good chunk did stay out, and it also looks like we have another car in pit road who is done for the day. That is
Do we know
Dakota.
who it is? Unfortunate for the 20. Tonight's been rough, to be honest.
Third car behind the wall early on.
Packing it up early, as we like to say.
He's packing the shit up and probably going to bed at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for how this has gone, we have 6. Was that our third or fourth caution of this stage?
This is our third, but 6 caution overall. And now you
We're not
think
even in the
about
third stage.
all those cars that stayed out. Think about who was up here. So let's go on board here. Here's Slurp in third, Perk, Mello, Tata Head,
Tata.
Kevin, Fatality, Banjo, Tyreek Speed in 10th.
Oh man, Tyreek.
Racing
he's
Dream
got speed.
in 11th. Right behind them, the 13 of Leppy. Do Prime in 15th.
Remember, I will say this. A lot of guys that got affected in that wreck because the guy came up in the track and affected the guys that are on 10th through 15th. So a lot of those guys are going to get sent back to the rear. So you can see a lot of guys who were running 18th, 15th through 20th who were having solid runs for themselves but weren't up front get track vision, like Tyreek Speed. Like Banjo, who's jumping to 4 rows to get to the outside lane. But up front, it really isn't changing. It's Iron Man, and then we always have someone beside him. But R4D decided to stick behind him this time and gave Melodramatic the front row.
Yeah, I was going to say, and also Kevin Hugh up to 6. Oh, a little bit of hostility here with Perk. Don't know what that was about. Just went down and slammed into him.
Whoop. Oh, someone around! In the back, under caution. I saw someone spin it. I think it was Lewis. Lewis went around under caution back there.
Yeah, there he is. He's still in this group, but he's at the very end.
Yeah.
Wonder.
Yeah, he spun it.
More than likely, they're probably just going to keep going.
Mets to pit road.
Yeah. Oh,
pulling off.
out. Back to green.
They're staying out. Yep, they're going green. Good jump by the inside lane. Here comes R40 again. Melodramatic trying to get back in line. He does. Tata stuck on the outside lane.
8 to go in stage 2.
Presumably no more cautions as they're stacking up behind him. Look at them. Already 3 wide off the corner. 15 on back is a chaos field as Iron Man is leading this field under green flag conditions so far. Can they make it to under 5 laps to go? Contact between the 1. As they're in the grass.
Safety. 7 to go.
I don't know who that is. Gotta let up.
Now battling for 5th. Tata right behind the 7th.
Do Prime might be inside the top 10 here, Hendrick. Just inside.
Just inside, or maybe out battle for the lead. R4D. taking the lead away here from Iron Man. He's going to run off 4. He's going to get help from Slurp.
Oh no, the front stretch is going to be able to help R4D get alongside him. It's going to affect.
Second stage. Banjo in the 34 in the top 10.
Oh, good for Banjo as R4D is your leader. He's going to be able to clear Iron Man. He does. He takes the lead, but Slurp is right behind him and not looking back. Look at Kevin Yu back in the fight for stage 2 victory.
In this lead pack going down to 2 prime.
All right.
No
R4D up the track again.
For the rest of the stage.
That is good news for a lot of people up front.
And Iron
as
Man
Perk is underneath. Yep.
Trying to stay inside the top 5, but unfortunately he is trapped on that high line. Same to be said with Slurp, but Slurp able to recover.
Slurp was able to cover it enough, got the arc in. That's what he was doing there. Oh, R4D a little slow up the corner. Here comes.
Kevin takes it.
Oh!
Wobble again, but able to again keep it straight and stay in the top 10.
Fatality also having a good run for himself, just ahead of Slurp after his mistake, or Kevin Yu, my apologies, after his mistake there. R4D blocking down to the apron, having to do what he can to hold on to the stage 2 victory.
The apron, checks everyone up behind.
Oh no, they're all hitting the apron behind him. Gonna open the door for someone.
3 to go.
And that someone is Perk. He is hungry to gain some spots. Up front at least.
Dana able to recover from the checkup and hitting the apron. He's already gone.
Iron Man.
14. Bello got squirrely
Time to block.
Straight.
Contact between Perk and Slurp as they make a little contact entering 3 and 4. Here comes Tata.
2 to go. Tata has caught the front pack. 6 through 12, still in a single file line, trying to get back up to the 18. For the lead.
Oh no, R4D is blocking down to the bottom lane, but it's working. But his shallow entry is going to lead up to more cars becoming a factor in the stage as we're coming to white flag in stage number 2.
Very close to the wall. Keep the spot in line.
He's just trying to get the momentum for this white flag here. He's trying to get the speed down the backstretch to potentially get underneath R4D or get a run on the outside lane. Let's see if he can get it on the backstretch heading into 3 and 4.
Going down the backstretch.
Here comes the run.
R4D again holding the bottom line. Smart play. Not letting Slurp try to bump him out.
Perk makes contact with Slurp. It's over.
The 2 up.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Out of 4.
Hold on. Hold on.
Of the season.
That was close though. Slurp nearly got some momentum, but like you said, R4D was able to hold on.
Top 10
good stage points for him.
Stage. R4D, Slurp, Ironman, Perk, Tata, top 5, LA Fatality in 6th, Kevin Yu in 7th, Banjo 8th, Tyreek 9th, Melodramatic 10th. Duprime falls 1 spot short of a stage point.
That's unfortunate, but there is one thing going for him. He has track vision.
Yes.
Which I think Master Killer at the moment does not. He's stuck in the rear. Alright, so stage 3, Hendrick. I think we went over it earlier. It's a little bit longer. It's 65 laps. So the fuel runs 30 laps. So what is the strategy here? 2 pit stops no matter what, right? Would you think that?
Yeah,
okay.
I would say that.
Okay. I'm just curious because I feel like with the cautions we had, unless it goes green, which I don't think it will, we have another caution in my opinion. We'll see. But we're underway in stage 3.
60 to go. Again, post-race interviews will happen after this stage concludes. We'll hear from our top 5 and our winner, as always.
60 to go. That means we have 2 pit stops officially in this stage. At least 1. No, maybe actually only 1 pit stop. They made it on 30 earlier. And they can do 30 and 30 for the stage or this finish here. So we'll see some strategy being played. Maybe by a few drivers who can save a little bit. But up front, it's going to be a duel between Ironman and Slurp for second, as R4D is clear up in the lead.
Looking back here, Hammer and Cobra up ahead of them, Bella with Fatality.
Lot of DNFs.
Yeah.
Master Killer and Reagan Boy battling back here.
Yeah, you did mention DNFs. Oh, Georgia in the grass just now, able to save it.
Shot in the wall.
Racing Dream is
back
done
here.
in that 41, so one of the winners this season is behind the wall. Ironman in the wall! In the 4 car. Able to keep it straight.
Big shot in the wall.
Wrecked because of it, but he's out of the top 5, and he's got a line he's got to deal with.
Tyreek's speed poking his nose into this fight inside of Iron Man.
Duke Prime taking advantage of that track position you talked about.
Yeah, exactly. And Master Killer currently is outside the top 15, so he is 5 spots ahead of Master Killer, and they have not gotten any stage points tonight. So he's trying to overlap him. Did Kevin Yu get stage points last stage?
He did. Kevin Yu.
Do we know how much?
I believe he was in that 5th to 7th place range, so he should at least get 2 to 3. Yeah, he got 6 in the 2nd stage, so give him 2.
So that is... Okay, so that is more points. So the gap is down to 27.
Swerve in the wall!
Oh!
Again!
Massive slap there.
Car into the wall in the 3. And now Kevin and Iron Man again on that top line.
Guess who's trying to capitalize on this? Do Prime. He's trying to get inside the top 5. There's 3 cars in the outside lane. He's got to capitalize on this. This is his chance to get some track position.
Continuing to creep up towards the front, now in the top 5.
Oh, Tyreek up the track, gonna hope Iron Man get back in line. Iron Man get back in line due to Tyreek's slowness.
And R4D, meanwhile, is hoping this continues. He has been the class of this field.
Oh yeah, he is actually, look at the gap he's created.
Say, yeah, because of the wall contact by both Iron Man and Slurp, taking advantage is pulled away by himself. Battle for second, Tata head to the inside against Burt.
Should be able to clear him exiting 4. He does. Or entering 3.
Impact hit the
Clears
apron
him.
in the middle of this long line, able to keep it going, no harm, no foul.
Here comes Kevin Yu. Get up to 3rd.
Bancho challenges for 4th.
The question is now, do you want to push full throttle? Because if you push full throttle, you can't actually save a lap and a half that you need to actually make it 30 laps per run. That's your problem with pushing all the way. You have to check up to save that amount of fuel. I think you get 27 to 28 laps normally with full throttle around this whole racetrack, but when you're in this pack, you get around 30 laps overall. We'll see though, because what we're seeing back here is a lot of checkups as we see someone. I think everyone is single file besides that pack back there. Someone's up the track.
Close call from the 24. Again.
Oh, they're going 3 wide nearly. Master Killer trying to make moves on Reagan. Ooh, Reagan got underneath him again. Leppy pushing him as Steel Carrot and Jordan Dog are side by side exiting 4.
In the 34. Iron Man on his inside, right behind him is Perk trying to take advantage.
Should we get back in line here? Banjo, if he can get underneath, he's gonna try to.
And he does.
Perk doesn't make the move.
Banjo
Tyreek though is looking.
Oh, no he didn't. No he didn't.
Contact with. Yeah, there was nowhere for Banjo to go as he was getting squished in between Iron Man checking up and of course the 2 car pushing him in there. So he's gonna fall back to the rear. Duke gains another spot.
This would be huge for Duke Prime right now. He would be above the cut line as long as things stay the way they are. Oh, contact hammer around.
95 around. There they go.
Reagan and George just saved
Whoa.
Reagan going to Stuart Friesen.
After having that incident earlier where he did kind of
Caution.
kill the... Yeah, that's going to be a caution. 66 is
Cowboy
around as
Tech
well.
also just dead on in the wall, pulling a Dale Earnhardt, but now in Texas.
Damn. You didn't have to say
But
that.
Cowboy Tech at least still going.
What the fuck, Hendrick? Jesus Christ, you just made this stream dark as hell.
Hey, there's a reason I have that daily mode.
Oh. Well, this officially eliminates some... Oh, wait, hold on. There's our 7th caution of the night.
Yes.
121 out of 167 is about 66 laps to go. They're gonna be right. No, that's not right. It's gonna be close. Let's see. They're still gonna have to pit twice. Yeah, for sure. 48, when they go green, they'll go green with about 45 to go.
So
Let's
pit
get
road's
back
going to
up.
be open. We're going to stay on board here with R4D as we do see who will go down this time by. Again, there will still be another pit stop after this.
You know, the problem with the situation that Do Prime is having right now is that he's having a great run compared to Master Killer. But if Kevin Yu wins tonight, you're going to have to compare him to Leppy, who's also having a bad run tonight. But that's besides the point. He needs to finish inside the top 10. And for luck, he needs to have Kevin Yu stay where he's at in 3rd and not win tonight. He wants him to finish behind him, obviously. He wants him to fall outside the top 10 if possible. But Dude just needs to finish where he is. He needs to get top 10 tonight. Get consistent finishes to prevent Kevin Yu from gaining too much on him. As there's still about a 20-point gap between them with 3 to 4 races to go. It's going to be difficult to hold on, but it's possible, if you know what I mean. Consistency beats... I don't know. Consistency just beats everything. So, ooh, what the hell? The AI is going crazy right now in my point of view. They're backing up into the pit stall and everything. Cobra got a slow-ass stop, 17.0. Oh, we got someone change for second. Tata. Back up to second. No, he was already second. Okay, nothing changed.
And the one car getting by
3.
Perk.
That is a change.
So Do Prime now in 5th.
Pit crew is doing his job over there. I hate. Ban. Get out of my chat, you bot. Also, Insoluble wished us a good night earlier. I was trying to say something nice. Okay. I'm trying to say Insoluble wished us a good night earlier, so just letting you know. Before you rudely said dummy.
Thanks for the redeem, Iron Man.
Iron Man, I hope you die on this restart. And I hope one of your drivers gets it to you too. Just for good measure. Even though none of them are around you at the moment. Besides Normie. Melodramatic and Kevin Yu getting into it one another. As R4D and Perk is your front row heading to this restart.
There we go for this restart. R4D, Perk, row 1. Row 2, you see Tata Head, Melodramatic, Kevin Yu, and Banjo. Row 3. Row 4 will be the 4 of Iron Man and Normie. Row 5, Do Prime and Impact. Here we go for the restart. Back to green.
Decent jump for the 2-car Perk. But as he's going to try to get on the inside. Tate on the apron. Perk chopped his nose, but was able to get it up to second as we see the 18 stuck in the middle now. He's not going to be happy about what Perk did there, but Perk did what was necessary in his terms, able to get up to second, and he's going to continue to rise as now Tata's going to drop back to the rear on the outside lane.
Back here, around where Impact is in this 8 car, able to get back behind Steel Carrot, now looking to cross him over. Good recovery for Carrot. And Slurp trying to fight back.
We know that 27 has speed, is just about track vision. Oh my god, are they making a 3 wide?
There he is, trying to get by Lewis. Mostly single file, some double wide action. Aside from that,
Cobra sits right behind him.
this is the kind of racing that R4D wants. Do Prime on the high line.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Key situation here for this 1 car.
Luckily for him, there's a situation going on where Master Killer can't hook up to the back of this pack. He's losing time at the moment.
Do Prime
So he won't get passed by
find
Master.
an opening here. Won't be able to do it with Normie on the inside line, followed by Tyree Carrot. Impact may be able to get right in front of Slurp.
That's where you want to drop if you can,
And
but
he's-
if he doesn't
I
back
think
off
he's
enough,
taking note of it. Just stalling there, he went up closer to the wall.
he's got to be able to get. Oh no, he's got to let Impact go, but the problem is Slurp's going to get a run here.
He's going to have a chance here easily. And he is going to take it here in just a second.
Impact let off.
There he goes. And he can't do it.
Sure? Impact let off a little bit there, I'm pretty sure. Cost of the
Duprime's
Duprime is
gotta
inside
hurry up
lane.
and get down. He's got to be aggressive here.
He's got to take it in front of Leppy. You got to take that.
He's got it that time. Just got to be a little bit conservative. Right in front of that 13.
All right, let's go back up front as he's back in line, but the racing up front, someone's
to
out of
the
line. I
wall.
think that's a 2-car Perk.
Might have had some help from Master Killer.
Up front, Melodramatic making a move for second. Kevin Yu and Iron Man pushing him.
Back on board with the 7.
Kevin underneath Perk as they're exiting 2. Side draft into 2-car down the backstretch.
Iron Man in that
Entering
4
3.
car. Looking to get back up there where he once was.
And you know who is salivating his lips at the moment? R4D is exactly where he wants to be. Leading this race with 1 pit stop to go and just controlling both lanes. There's one thing that R4D has done. I've seen it in Frank's. He just knows how to protect the lead. That is something that I've seen from him a lot. Whenever he takes the lead at Texas, he's just able to hold on to it. I have not seen a apron touch from him yet. I've just seen him be very protective. It's not been overly aggressive. They just can't get around him. They just can't get around R4D, and that's what we're seeing behind him. Seeing Melodramatic. It's Stu Prime in the grass. Dude's in the grass off the pace.
The nightmare scenario continuing for the 1. Meanwhile, LA Fatality by Perk. His great run tonight continues.
Oh, Tyreek and 8 make contact. Impact. They keep it straight.
Banjo battling Perk. Fatality thought about going to the outside Tata head, but he chooses to go back in line.
One more pit stop as Banjo and Perk are still dueling back there. Oh, Normie and Perk make contact. Perk's aggressive move to steal over second place to come back to bite him as Tata is already around him after the restart. That's going to be outside the top 10 for him.
Still under fire here, hoping someone slips. Oh, cuts Impact off! Wow.
Impact slow up the track. Is that Perk?
That's going to help. They help Lefty in the Rega Boy because they may get back up to this group.
As Melodramatic got cut underneath. Kevin, you got underneath him. Here comes Tata and company.
4 seconds.
Notice how we haven't had. Notice how we haven't had said anything about battle for the lead in a while.
Yep.
It's because they haven't been able to get to his inside. He's just been holding consistently up front for the last 50 or so laps. It's just been dominating fashion for the 36 of R4D. As soon as I talk about it, he sleds up the track.
Kevin's still
Okay,
trying to find a way by Mello.
As they're getting free back there, Slurp and company.
Seven just can't get by. He needs another good shot.
Should be able to clear him here. Should be able to clear him as...
Yet. Mello's still there.
Oh my god. In the wall he went. He hit the wall.
And that is going to do it. And once again, the 7
Hold on.
wants to win. Oh, Mello!
Oh! Don't come down. That's unfortunate for Mello. He's having such a good run. He hit the bump. Maybe a little contact with Kevin, but that was the bump that we talked about earlier.
7, it's starting to sink in. If you want to win, you've got to get by R4D. This is not the first time
As soon as I talk about it, Iron Man
has been in this situation. We go back to Indianapolis.
Yes.
Kevin finished second there. He had a chance.
Oh! Iron Man! Tata!
Saved it.
Hold on, he's not saved! He's not
There he
saved!
goes. Oh, he actually Stuart freezes it!
Woohoo! Holy!
Holy Stuart freezing! He kept it straight!
What a save! His impact is out of line. They're trying to save the race by not having cautions in stage 3 by saving it themselves, as we've had one. But overall, it's been a solid stage, and we've seen saves like that throughout the night. It's been impressive.
So, top 5 now. R4D, Kevin, Ironman, LA Fatality, Banjo.
You know what's open, Hendrick? Fuel window.
Yep,
It's
and
open.
there we go, Cobra.
As soon as yep.
First down.
First one down. I was gonna say it's open, but I think you want to pit as late as possible. You want the fresh tires on your ride. I don't think the time you gain on pit road entry or pit road exit by pitting early is worth pitting early.
You can make a case that was the save of the year from Tata Ed.
That was impressive. I thought he was gonna kill the field. He was turning right sideways.
Who this time? No one up in the front.
No one in the rear, I don't think. You could double check that for me? I'm double checking that. No one.
Another person who is still up here, Park in the grass. Keeps it straight.
Oh no, he's not good. Whoa, oh my god, he almost killed someone.
Another person that is still up here.
Oh,
Reagan.
Reagan.
Up the track. Steel
He
Parrott.
got affected by Perk.
In the
Oh, they're checking
37.
up.
Parrott's still in this first group, as now he pits with Iron Man. Lefty also in this group.
We're going to start seeing cars that haven't been on the long run. Remember, they haven't had a really long run like this, pit stop, green flag pit stops, during this race. That's why we're seeing them maybe getting a little more free as the long run continues. As they're going to have to make adjustments as the long run continues at Texas.
Kevin able to
Start
pull
to see
away
some
from
mistakes.
Fatality.
But can he catch up to R4D? That's the real question that we have.
If you're Kevin, do you want to try and pit before R4D?
Based on what we're seeing here, R4D has been able to block them for about 50 laps. So I think you want to jump R4D and take over the lead if you can. You don't want R4D coming out ahead of you and you have to get around him. Obviously, they have not been able to do it. So I think you want to jump him, try to get ahead of him instead of just being beside him on fresher tires.
No one that time up in the front. But
I think that's Georgia Dog.
Bubble drivers. Kevin in second, Fatality in third. Lefty
Yeah, Georgia
in
pit
the
road.
7th position. Back here, Do Prime in this one car. trying to battle with Tata Head and Hammer in the top 15.
Kevin, you to pit
we
road.
go.
He's pitting earlier.
7 in. Very important pit entry here. Who you want the... oh, yeah, that's right. Random one. So this is going to be a fun redemption. See who will be on. We'll do it after pit stops, by the way.
But I'm telling you right now, that 36 machine is showing out and speeding away from fatality. But when does he decide enough is enough? Let me put it down pit road to minimize the time loss that we're gonna have based off fresh tires. So we got more people coming to pit road. Oh, Trevi in the wall back there. Leppy to pit road. They're trying to work together to catch up to R4D, but he's got such pace that doesn't matter.
Will be after pit stops, but
R4D pit road.
Will be as the 36 goes down, Banjo down.
Here comes Banjo. Yeah, 2 teammates. Points leader and the guy chasing him.
And Normie, top 3.
Banjo's gonna try to gain as much time as he can. He's gonna send it. As we see R4D being very safe, but that's gonna lose him a little bit of time to Banjo. So they're gonna be neck and neck exiting here.
22 to go. And
the new leader's fatality.
He's gonna go down.
24th Tyreek with him.
Oh,
he's sliding.
That was close. He hit the inside wall.
They were drifting, man.
Gets in smooth.
These cars are not easy to handle. Melodramatic joins them. You guys think these cars are easy to handle, but I'm telling you right now, man, if you don't have those right adjustments in, they are loose as a bugger.
Huh?
As Slurp is your leader. Huh?
Yeah, huh?
That's what you sound like.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you that, huh?
You don't know what loose as a bugger means? As Exo's nearly hitting the inside wall. That means very loose. That's just country slang, I guess. I don't fucking know. Slurp, Normie. Slurp is being caught by Normie. When do they come down pit road? They're going to be pitting later, and guess what? This is going to mean that they're going to have fresher tires to be able to hunt down the leaders.
And I think Slurp's
they got more people coming.
Slurp's got the car to do it. It's just a matter of where he's going to land after the pit stops.
Yeah, exactly. If he has to pass like 4 cars to do it, then I don't think he can do it because obviously they're going to...
So I think for Normie,
what's your opinion?
He's going to be in the top 10 by the end of this race if this stays green, but I think for Slurp, I think you have a good chance to win it. There we go. Both signal. Both go down.
Key question is execution entering pit road. How well do they enter? Good entry by them.
Good entry from both.
Clean, which you need.
Reagan Boy now in the lead.
I want to get an update on R4D. He's been jumped by Leppy. But will that be enough? He's being jumped by Cobra. Cobra has jumped the 36
down pit
of R4D.
Road. And I believe another car behind him that is Duprime.
Ooh, Kevin getting passed by Cobra.
Driver check-in, okay. We'll go on ahead and get a quick check on the 11 of Cobra. There he is. Currently, right now, with the pit stops, he runs in the 11th position.
He would be your leader.
He would be.
He would be your leader if this cycles out properly. But the question is, we got hunting Ironman and hunting R4D behind him.
Reagan Boy down pit road in that 77. Oh, and Tyreek spun near the pit entry. Single car.
Unfortunate for him.
Now, with this round of stops, put him up to 8.
Perk is your leader at the moment.
Perk entering in.
Ironman gonna try to get around R4D is going to try to get around Steel Karen and Ironman.
Good entry from Kurt. Just saw it from this side, but Impact now in the lead.
I got to double check on his pit cycle.
Doesn't shock me to see him doing this right now, considering last night, as he does go down pit road. Very smooth entry under the apron. And he could just coast it. Look how many people are around him.
Gotcha, as Cobra is working his way around Lewis. Here comes Ironman making the pass for presumably second place of the race when they cycle out. He's trying to make the move.
And with that, it will cycle around the Cobra. Cobra's got about a 1.1 second lead over second place.
He's alongside Lewis. Here comes R4D. Their top second, third, and fourth are under a blanket. R4D with the freshest tires beneath Ironman and company. R4Ds have a dominant car throughout the night. Kevin Yu trying to hang on to second. Oh, contact!
But we get back to the line.
R4D
with our points leader trusting Banjo for 3 laps.
They were 3 wide for a second. As R4D is going to make the pass for second, he's going to hunt down the 11.
Oh, an update. I think Perk is out.
Unfortunate. Oh! And the leader is the wall!
Oh,
Cobra on the wall! There he goes! Lap car incident! And that's going to cost him his race.
Wow.
Oh no, he's fallen.
And I know he is fuming over the radio. He is still slow. But now, one man's mistake.
Oh, Ironman! Here comes Carrot.
Opportunity for R4D.
Oh my god, Carrot in the wall. Do you look who gained so much track vision because of this pit strategy? Carrot was not inside the top 5, Hendrick. Look at him now.
He was flirting to get in the top 5 before the stops, but here he is. So the
now
perspective of
there.
Cobra is going to be on Twitch, by the way, so we'll see exactly what happened after the race. R4D in the ground!
Oh! Here comes Ironman! He's gonna get a run! He's to the inside, he goes!
11 to go. You look at everyone in this group. R4D, Ironman, guys who have won.
Slurp!
Above the cut line, needing a win. Oh, Banjo!
Oh, Black Spike.
Kevin Yu, below the cut, still illegible. A win puts him in. Slurp, not illegible, but wants to get his first win. Banjo,
Reminder, he has the
point
fresh
leader,
tires.
in the 6th spot. Still alive if he can get this strap. And then you see back
Normie
there.
and Slurp
Normie.
have fresh tires, and they're pushing.
And how about Leppy behind the 48?
Good run for him. Needs a good points day. As Carrot is now going to try to push up that 4 car up to the 36 again.
9 to go at the line. That's going to do it for the onboard. Slurp now.
Here comes
for
Slurp.
third.
He's going to have to make it move dashing quickly. He's got to get around him quickly, as we might have lap traffic being a factor late in the show.
That's going to do it for Carrot as Slurp gets wide. Carrot doesn't try to fight him. But he may try and cross him over. Just can't get close enough.
Someone in the grass ahead of them. Lap cars flirting with the grass back there, up there.
Lewis, SB
Here
Motors,
comes
Big Sean up ahead of the
Slurp to the bottom of Ironman. He's making the pass already. Look at the moves made by Slurp as he's up to second.
Carrot
He
now.
is flying.
Carrot
the 27.
trying to fight back for third. Ironman re-clears. But Normie has gotten by Banjo.
There's another guy on fresh tires. This is going to be tight, as we're under 10 laps to go in this event.
7 to go.
Oh, Carrot in the grass again.
7 to go.
Slurp's got the draft to the leader. He's gaining on entry. Look for the run down the backstretch. If he gets underneath R4D, it's over for the 36. He's gonna have to block like no one's business. So we're on board with him. He's gonna get the run off the corner.
Looking on with the 48, 6 to go. Last time by for any potential caution. Normie is
Look off the
trapped
corner.
behind Steel Carrot.
R4D letting off a ton as they're gonna enter side by side off of 3. Like you said, Normie is trapped back there. Here comes Slurp to the outside of R4D. He gets a run off the corner as they're gonna enter after 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go, no cautions for the rest of the race.
Can Slurp get underneath them? R4D is gonna lose pace off the corner. He had to slow up a little bit. He's gonna maintain the lead.
Ironman and Kevin still in range.
If there's contact, yes, they can capitalize on
Big run
top
for
2
Slurp
badly.
for 3 and 4. There'll be 4 to go at the line. Normie getting passed by Banjo and Lefty.
We saw it in stage 2. Slurp tried to get the run on the outside lane, but it's very difficult. He's gonna get alongside him again. He's gonna have to side draft and get the run off the corner, hopefully. File in line. He's gonna have to go to the bottom.
He's trying.
Ooh!
No.
He's gonna arc it in.
But he can't arc it in because Ironman's there.
He got the arc. Ironman hits the apron.
He got loose.
Oh, they're in the grass. Kevin, you and Ironman. 3rd and 4th in the grass. R4D blocks again.
2-car fight. Now for the win.
I've seen this at Texas before. Who can get the run? Here comes Slurp on the outside. As we're going to enter side by side, entering 3 and 4 for the second to last time.
R4D trying
Who's going to get it done?
Slurp that top line, but now it will be 2 to go. As 3rd on back, single file, watching these 2 go at it.
Oh yeah, run for Slurp. Side by side. It's a tight show up front. Slurp continues to get the run.
Inching closer to that apron.
I know.
1 and 2.
Oh, contact! Here comes Slurp. He's getting the run. Can he clear
Not
him?
clear. R4D with a big entry into 3.
Slurp got a bigger entry.
1 lap
Here.
to go at Texas.
Oh, Slurp got loose.
Board.
No.
He's gonna have 1 more
Contact.
lap, 1 more shot. R4D
Got one more shot.
The night.
Got the
Slurp
run.
trying for win number 1. Down the
Here he
back
comes.
R4D
He's on the
will
outside. Here they come. This is gonna be a great finish.
For 3 and
You got this,
4.
Hendrick.
R4D, Slurp, side by side, out of 3, out of 4, photo finish. Slurp's gonna get him.
Oh my God! What a finish!
Slurp,
What a clean finish!
Odrl wins at Texas.
Oh my God! What a battle!
Ironman
That
3rd,
was-
Steel Carrot 4th, Leppy 5th. First
What?
career Odrl win.
And he had to earn it. That was impressive.
And he did it on the top line.
Unlikely spot. He drove his ass off to get there. Congrats to Slurp. That was impressive. I saw him. I've been watching him in Frank's. I've been telling you this. He has been hot as of late, and he brought it into the night. It was an impressive drive for him. Holy finish.
And big runs for some of the drivers above the cut line. Carrot and Leppy, both with top 5s. And R4D, what could have been, got loose on the white flag, allowed Slurp the chance, and again off of 4, Slurp
Yeah, got
outbested
loose.
him.
Yeah, it was literally R40. We could see it off the corner. A little free. Little slide up, and it really cost him. Alright, we're going to discontinue your party audio real quick. I'm going to just... and let's invite him. Oh my gosh, that was... I know. I think that's probably our best finish in the series besides... This season especially, that's our best finish this season, at least. That was so good. Holy fuck. That's gonna be an insane clip for hopefully. That was. Whew. All right. Let's make sure. What were the results? Do you have the results again? You said the top five. Oh shit. Well, guys, we might have lost him. Damn. That's unfortunate. All right, we'll try to get him back in a few seconds. Give it one. You good, Hendrik? Is it restarting the party? Hendrik. There you go. You good, bro? You good? Okay. Was something wrong? Oh, okay. You're okay. Then we're good. Okay. Do you know the top five? Do I only know the top. Okay. Okay. Holy, Leppy. Good job, Leppy. Let's go. Top five for him. Top five for Carrot. Yeah, he did. You guys might not be able to hear him, but we are in a party together. We'll have that audio included very soon. Pretty good. Of course, he might be a little mad, but that finish, my God, that finish is gonna redeem everything that they did tonight. Cause holy shit. Dummy. Yeah, yeah. I just want to feel included. Oh no, we turn it off. We turn it off. Yeah, it's just for safety of actually our internet. I said that earlier when he missed that wreck. I thought he was gonna miss it because he was so slow off the pace. Oh, whoa, well, that was on stream. There he is. Yes, please don't kill us. We do not want that tonight. Alright, alright, alright. Our first person of tonight that we're going to interview is actually someone I know very well. Mr. Leppy, make sure you include your audio. Alright, Leppy. It was an up and down night for you, man. You came back, you started up inside the top five, had an issue early on, Leppy. And then at the end there, you're able to capitalize, get the track position back that you lost again. So, what was your overall night as a whole? As it was an up and down night, but the finish really capitalized for you.
Yeah, I started on the front row. I shuffled back to like 12th because, nobody's giving room. And then I got caught up in a bunch of wrecks. Lift for a wreck and get ran over. I don't know. I spent like 3/4 of the race, 20th to 30th. So that last stage, I just hit it with like 25 to go and didn't have to worry about anybody for a while. I just started picking them off. So yeah, overall, I'll take a fifth.
Yeah, like you said, you were able to pick him off one by one. So, Leppy, this gives you an opportunity. So, you are fighting for the top 8 spot. I'm pretty. No, wait. You might be. I think you're close. I'll check the point situation real quick. Top 8 get in on points. You are currently. Okay, you're pretty close to that battle. What is your opinion on getting inside the top 8 for potentially a wildcard spot? Are you going for that at the end of this regular season? I know you for sure are going for that, but what is your game plan going forward? Getting the most points you can, or just trying to win? What is your mindset going forward?
Mostly points. I mean, it's hard to win in this league. You got to get fast and lucky, and I'm not fast or lucky. So just try to get
Well,
points and stay out of damage. Not driving around with busted bumpers, because that doesn't help.
well, I will say tonight, Leppy, you did a good job. Good points tonight. Congrats on the top 5. Good points day for you. And you had some speed, obviously, because you're able to drive from the rear to the front. So I wish you the best of luck going forward into the double Dega races.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to move on to our 4th place finisher. Another guy who had a solid run for himself tonight. A little bit of surprise as he got up there near the front based off some pit strategy. No, actually, you were inside the top 10. I got that from Hendrick. You were inside the top 10, but really there at the end, still carrot. You finally got up some track position, able to run inside the top 5. A little bit older tires, though, but you're able to hold on. So, what was your thoughts on the last few laps after you did? Did you pit earlier than everyone else? Make sure you include your audio.
I was the second one to pit with Iron Man.
Okay, so how do you think that strategy worked out as a whole as you were able to still finish inside the top 5?
I'm always a fan of the undercut. I feel like the undercut provides a lot more value than trying to run somebody down. I prefer blocking than trying to pass someone. So I feel like it worked in my favor. Me and Iron Man got out really clean, worked together, made a lot of time, and yeah, through some key blocks. Some guys probably aren't happy with me, but got to do what I got to do. Close on points with the top 8.
Gotcha. Well, Carrot, either way, great night for you. First top 5 in a little bit. So, what is your opinion on the double Dega next week?
I love super speedways. Is it 22s?
Should be 20s. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check real quick. It's 22s. Okay.
22s on the super speedways. That sounds great to me. I love super speedways. Got a lot of people to work with this time. Should be up front. I hope to be up front. Get more points. Really, it's just a matter of staying inside that top 8 on points. I do not want to run that wild card race.
Gotcha. Well, I wish you the best of luck going forward, and we'll see how that goes out with with the 8th place points finish.
Thank you, man.
Good luck going forward. All right, we're gonna move on to our 4th place car tonight, which was the 4 car of Ironman. Same strategy as Carrot as you two discussed, as he mentioned. Make sure to include your audio. All right, Ironman, another solid run for you. Decent finish for you overall. It was what I expected from, I guess, Texas. But what were your thoughts on the race in tonight? I think did you start around mid pack? I'm pretty sure. Was it?
Yeah, I started 10th, or 10th or 11th, something like that, and then I actually missed a shift on the opening restart, so I fell back to
Ooh.
like 13th or 14th. Um, but car was really fast. Definitely feel like I had a top 3 to 5 car, and I mean, honestly, I feel like the racing definitely needs to be cleaned up. There was so many issues in the back end of the pack of just nonsense cautions that I feel like could be avoided. Mets did a good job handling all the cautions that were going on, but I know I can't wait to hear his rant on Wednesday.
Oh.
But car was really
They're not off the hook. Even that finish won't even save them.
Safe pretty
fine.
much saved them. Safe pretty much saved them.
the car handled really good. Like I said, I think I was a 3 to 5 car. I just definitely did not have what I needed to beat R4D. He definitely was quicker than me most of the night, and definitely had a better handling car. But I'll take a top 3 finish. I'll happily take the points that I was able to earn tonight because just trying to collect as much as possible. And we're gonna move on to the day doubleheaders next week, where I'm going in with the expectation of
Oh yeah.
I'm going in with the expectation of I'm gonna win both of them. So we'll we'll prep for next week and then get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, we definitely know you're super solid at the Dega doubleheaders, and like you said, you're excited for that. You're expecting wins. All right, Ironman. Any special shouts before we head over to Hendrick for his top 2 interviews?
Shout out to Mets for the ride. Obviously, I need him to hire me a better pit crew, but I'll let him handle that admin shit.
Real.
Shout out to obviously my 4 drivers that run. Thanks to Tyreek for subbing for Yoshi, Lewis, Normie, and Georgia. Shout out to Hendrick for streaming, and then Brent, shout out to you too for co-streaming with them. And then yeah, shout out to Mets for running this league with me every single day of every single week, and looking forward to seeing the premiere race tomorrow. Or there is no premiere race tomorrow. Never mind.
We're off a week. Yep,
Looking
we're
forward
off
to next week.
Yep. Saturday night. Backwards. I wish you the best of luck, Ironman, going forward.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're gonna move on to Hendrick for our top 2 interviews, R40 and Slurp.
Um, well, I got really loose on the bottom. It's hard when there's a car that's faster than you on the high side. And I tried everything I could do, but I slid up and then I didn't want to hit him, so I had to let off, and then I got really loose. So I'm just glad that I didn't wreck. That was good. I'm not going for Cobra. I'm going for Banjo. Yeah, watch out, Banjo. I would say I'm pretty good. I mean, my first race was Talladega, and I got second. And then I also was probably gonna win the Daytona race, but I got walled at the end. Shout out to Slurp. Raced me clean all night. Pushed me a lot. Shout out to Mello too. Helped me all night. Shout out to the four car. He raced me clean. And my goat Chester Banjo. Thank you.
Yeah. It was it was very very tense. I kept trying to pass Joey around the outside because he covered the bottom well, and there was no way I was gonna get around him unless he made a mistake. So I kept trying to make the top work. Then the final lap, I got alongside him, and he got loose off the exit of two, and that gave me a good run going down the back. And he raced me clean in the final corner, and I was just able to use the speed off the exit on the top to just pull ahead barely, and it was a really clean and good race between us. I had a lot of fun. Uh, Not really. It was kind of a very different race. Besides the long green flag run at the end, but I didn't really take anything from that race. But in the Franks race, Joey was just quicker than me, and I just couldn't catch him. But me staying out longer tonight than pretty much all of the field gave me a much bigger advantage than I thought it would on the final run of and it was a really big advantage that let me go from maybe eighth to first in the final run. But yeah, no. It didn't help me. I guess it made me learn the track better, made me understand a few things, but yeah, I don't think it helped a whole lot. 90% of the time, I think I'm complete ass at super speedways. I don't know if it's just luck or just I don't know how to work it. But the last time I ran a restrictor place, I won it. But I'm being honest, I could finish 39th or first. There's no way for me to really predict. I would like to shout out R4D Fire for racing hard, racing clean at the end there. I'd like to shout out whoever walled the 11 car because he might have won if he didn't get wrecked. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, shout out Trusting Manager 17 for being able to pit properly. He did a really good job in that. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's just say right off the bat, disappointing first two stages. Stage two is better than stage one, but there's a lot of issues here and there, a lot of speedway issues. Better than Atlanta. Stage three really saved them from me being really pissed off at them and going to a deep dive. But shout out Slurp for the first win. Happy to see that. And I heard it was a great finish. Besides that, I'll say everything else for Wednesday, but not too upset right now. Unless I watch back and see stupidity, I'm really not. I might not be a blow upset Wednesday, but we'll find out.
I'm waiting for the dummy, yeah. Okay. 11th tonight was Kevin Yu. Good, solid run for him. He was inside the top 5 for majority of the night. Unfortunately, he fell outside the top 10. So 11th for him. Fatality, also the same situation as Kevin. We saw him have a good run overall, but 12th is unfortunate for him, but still a decent finish. Do Prime, 5 spots ahead of Master Killer. He's your new cutoff driver. Congrats to him, as he's going to be on the cutoff line now. Melodramatic 13th. Do Prime finished 13th. 14th, Mellow. 15th is 15th, Cobra. 16th, Tata. Oh, yeah. Lap car. I was gonna say he did have a lap car underneath him, and when he got free, he hit him and to the wall he went. So unfortunate for him as he fell back to 15th. 16th was Tata after disappointing night after winning at Gateway, but at the same time, I don't think this is his forte of racing. We should expect him up front next week though, as Talladega he won the last time we went there, so expect him to be running up front. Exo Austin 62 7 tonight. Top 20 for him. Disappointing, but solid run for him. Georgia Dog unexpectedly had a really bad night. 18th for him. Unexpected, really. I expected him to run a little bit better, but still top 20. Just unfortunate for him. Just off all night long. Finish outside the top 15, 18th. 19th, Tyreek Speed subbing for Yoshi tonight. Decent return for him, and Cowboy Tech top 20 and 20th. Look at this. Ooh. That's going to be a big one. No, we're off. We're off. Next week.